Hey, my lovely Serene Dream here with another filmy and general energy reading. And if you're new to my channel, this reading can resonate whenever you find it. It is timeless. It can resonate with you for the day, the week, the month, or even the year. But do keep in mind it is a general reading, so it will not resonate with everyone. So only take what resonates, leave what does not, reverse the messages if that's how it fits your situation. And if you have not checked out your monthly zodiac readings or the general forecast for the year or your love forecast for the year, you can go ahead and click on the Vimeo links below to view those. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, link to that information can be found in the description box below. And follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for daily guidance. And let's go ahead and get into your messages at this time. I feel like you're coming into a time where everything is now falling into place. It almost feels like you were trying to find a solution, like trying to solve, I'm hearing like solve so many problems and you weren't finding the solutions. But now it's like in that time, it's like you're finding the solutions for the problems you had and then some, basically. So yes, like everything is kind of falling into place when it comes to your life. It feels like you can finally breathe. I almost get this drowning energy. You all could have been in an energy where it felt like you were in over your head, that things were just kind of like drowning you in a sense, because again, as I mentioned earlier, you had so many problems and so little solutions. But now it's like your head has come above water. You can breathe. You can take in the fresh air, like you survived. You didn't drown. So while it did get really difficult and you thought that you were going to be taken under by all of this, it's like you came out alive. You're breathing again and everything is falling into place as it should. I almost get like there was the other scenario I'm getting is I'm seeing like a very dark cloud, um, a big thunderstorm. Like I'm seeing a very dark cloud and then like a thunderstorm suddenly hitting. Like it's like the cloud shifts over the area that you are, and then like thunder and lightning starts to go crazy, and it's, huge thunderstorm just like breaks out right over you. And you're standing there. You can't take shelter because there is no shelter anywhere, and you're just in it. You're right, like this cloud, this thunderstorm is right over you. Then all of a sudden, after a certain amount of time, the cloud goes away, the skies open up, the sun is out. There is, the birds are singing. There's no more rain. I'm hearing the song by Angie Stone, No More Rain in This Cloud. Yeah, so I feel like that's really the energy I'm getting here. It's like you're coming out of a storm of your life. Yeah, I'm starting to hear more of the lyrics from the Angie Stone song. It's when she says, my sunshine has come and I'm gonna find out there's no more rain in this cloud. And I'm hearing the part of the first verse is like, there's no more, is that there's no hiding place when someone has hurt you, is written on your face. And it reads, broken spirits, lost and confused, empty, scared, used and abused, a fool. Yeah, what I'm getting from this can play out in so many ways. Some of you, you could have been taken advantage of by someone or maybe some people. You could have been in a tough spot, like mentally, emotionally, financially, however this plays out, and whatever it was, it's like you don't have to worry about that anymore. It's just the sun is out now. That storm is over. I mean, now hearing that gospel song, the storm is over now. Yeah, that's basically what I'm going to title the reading that, because that's really the basis of this reading, is that the storm you were in is over now. That drowning feeling you were feeling, your head is above the water, you're breathing now. You didn't drown. It's like you were very close to just being taken over by this storm or drowned under the sea, but it didn't happen. And I feel like because of the way you endured, that's why not only is everything falling in place, but I feel like you're getting incredibly blessed because of the way you weathered the storm, because of the way you rode this wave, that could have taken you under. Hey, give me a moment. Let me channel this message here. I'm hearing remember to whom you belong. I feel like while you were going through this, you remember that you were God's child. It's like you never lost sight of who your father was. You never lost sight of who was guiding you, who was protecting you, who you belonged to. And I feel like the reason why you weren't taken under when that wave hit you, why you weren't just drowned by the current or, taken over by this storm, flooded out by this storm, is because of who it is you belong to, which is God. It's like he saw you be tested, but however you were tested, and whoever was doing it, because I feel like it was a possibility that you were being tested by the enemy and God allowed it. But God only allowed the enemy to go so far. So when I was mentioning earlier, like there could have been people who were taking advantage of you. When I was picking up the Angie Stone song, like people who hurt you. Like there could have been like agents of chaos who entered your life to try to cause like you pain and try to, bring confusion and doubt. And I feel like while you were going through that, it's like while it hurt and while you were scared and lost at times, it's like you never lost sight of who you belong to. And I feel like God made note of that. He made note of the fact that you never forgot him. Like you always knew that he was there, even when it got hard. And I get that, yeah, while the enemy was testing you, God was letting the enemy know, like, look, this is mine. He or she is mine, and it's only so far you can go. I'll let you go to this extent, but you cannot kill them. You cannot kill their spirit. You cannot kill their body. You cannot kill their mind. They belong to me. I let you go this far, but that's as far as it goes. That's as much as I'm giving you to test them. And the test I'm getting is like, while it may have seemed cruel, it taught you a lot. Because I feel like during this storm, during this wave that I mentioned that could have taken you under, it's like you were able to see very clearly, who you were, what you were made of, who belonged in your life, who needed to go, things, habits that needed to be let go of, maybe things you needed to take on that you were scared to take on before. It's just this energy where you now see clearly. And I'm now hearing that song, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Yeah, so yeah, it's just like you can see clearly now, but you were seeing clearly while you were in that storm, while you were caught up in that current. But it's like now it's just like the sky reflects the clarity that you have. And again, it's because God kept his hand on you through that. And now the storm is over. And because he saw, like I said, the way you endured this, the way you kept your eye on him, the way you kept your faith, even though there were times where you were shaken and scared, it's like because of that, that's why he's giving you all of this. I get like what you're about to have is going to be, I feel like I keep getting this message over and over again. But I get like, basically you all have to hear it if it keeps repeating, but I just get that you're walking into a time in your life where you're going to have so much that you don't know what to do with. You can rest now because I feel like God always has you, but like in the time that you're moving into, it's like you're going to have so many blessings that you're never going to have to like worry about going through that type of storm or being caught up in that kind of current that you were in anymore. Yeah. It's like you learned what you needed to learn. You did what you needed to do. You know, you saw what you needed to see, and now you're moving on to the next phase of your life, never having to look back at anything, in the past that was unpleasant. I also get this energy that some of the people who could have looked down on you in the time, or even tried to play a part in drowning you or hurting you during the time when you were going through your storm or caught up in your current, they could now be in their period of struggle. Because what I'm hearing is what was up is now down, and what was down is now up. So I feel like everything is reversed. The people who are looking down on you, they're now having to look up at you because you've risen above the circumstances that you had, that you were in before, the struggling, the doubt, the just the chaos. You're no longer there, but it's like they experienced a descent in the time where you were ascending. And the thing about it is, I feel like a lot of them could have even been like, uh, I feel like a lot of what they had going on, a lot of their lives could have been smoke and mirrors. I'm getting that energy. So if they were coming off like they had so much going on, or they had so much, some of them probably didn't even have what they wanted you to think. Some of them probably were worse off than you, or just not as well off as they wanted you to believe, or just not as okay as they would have you believe. Like they could have been acting like they were happy and life was great, but like they were suffering with a deep dark depression. But they weren't showing that because they had circumstances and an audience to like create a smoke and mirrors effect for what they were, like, the truth. So they were able to project to you whatever it is they were choosing to at the time. But now that you've ascended, it's like, and they're going down, it's like you're able to see the truth of the matter, that a lot of what you thought when it comes to them and their lives was nothing but smoke and mirrors. Yeah, it's like the truth is being revealed about these people who were looking down on you or trying to cause you pain or oppress you in some way. I get like there's something about your soul that's very like transparent. I feel like you're a very authentic person. You don't like hide who you really are. And I feel like that's really what the people, if it was any people, if there were any people who were trying to oppress you, trying to hurt you, talking down on you, looking down on you, I feel like a lot of it came from jealousy of you being a very authentic person in a way that they couldn't dare to be. These people were very afraid of being themselves. In some cases, they didn't even know themselves, but they would look at you and see you being so comfortable in your skin and just living and thriving, and they were envious of that. So they felt like they needed to ruin that in some way. They needed to like break you so that you're not that anymore. So they don't have to look at that reflection of something that they wish they were, but they couldn't dare to be. So yeah, like you're a very transparent, very authentic soul, and I feel like it agitates fake people. And I do feel like if there were any people involved in your oppression, like they were all definitely fake. They weren't living an authentic life. They're not real with themselves, they're not real with others. And that's just what it is. That's where the agitation came from. And it's like while you're chilling and everything is calmed down for you, it's like they're going through chaos. And I feel like their chaos is way worse than anything, you went through during your storm or being caught up in your current. Like they thought what you went through was bad. They have no idea with like they're just at the start of like the hell that they're about to experience. Because in addition to learning their own lessons about their own life, I feel like they also have to receive like punishment for the role they tried to play in oppressing you. It's like they allowed the enemy to use them. And this person, I don't feel like they consciously understood that they were being used by the enemy. They thought it was just coming from them, but it's like because they allowed that, whether they consciously or subconsciously allowed it, it's like now they have to pay a price for heeding to the enemy's agenda and not God's agenda. Yeah, I keep hearing remember whose you are. So yeah, in addition to you knowing who you are, these people are about to find out who you are. It's like they're gonna understand when they're going through their own personal hell that they're about to experience, they're going to be shown exactly who you are and why their suffering or their punishment is so severe. Because God is going to say, like, not only did you hurt a person, but you hurt one of mine. You hurt one of my children, one of my chosen ones. And this is why I have to punish you like this. Like when they put their, I feel like I gave this same message about 2 readings ago, but it's like when they put their mouth or their hand on you in a negative way, it's like they didn't even realize the consequence that would come from that. And I almost get like you have an energy that like everything you touch blossoms, and everything that tries to like harm you, it kind of implodes, like it destroys itself. So you can have a healing touch or a destroying touch, but it's like it depends on how that thing or person is interacting with you. If the interaction is positive, you can make those things or that person blossom. If the interaction is negative, that thing or that person will implode within themselves. And I definitely get an implosion energy and not an exploding, because I feel like everything that's within them is about to like build up and burst inside of them. And I guess how I'm interpreting that is like all the bad that's within them is going to come up and like suffocate them. So all the bad they were trying to project onto you is like all it's gonna do is like rise up and choke them. It's like it's gonna rise up and harm them, but not only just harm them, but like choke them, suffocate them. They're gonna be suffocating from their own evil, from their own wrongdoing. It's like they're gonna be harming themselves by their own hand. It's almost like I'm seeing like someone trying to touch someone, like put like a bad touch on someone, but all of a sudden they lose control of their hand and they find their hand turning on itself, like turning on them, on themselves, and like they're choking themselves. That's what the image I'm getting here. So I feel like whatever they tried to do to you, it's now going to be reversed to them, and it's all going to be their own doing. Because it's like they set this into motion because they tried to do it to you. So now it has to be done to them. They've turned their own hand on themselves. Yeah, and I get like you're just watching. I don't feel like you're delighting in their downfall or their implosion. I'm not getting you. It's like you're just pretty straight faced. Like you knew this was coming. You knew the consequence of anyone trying to harm you. And now I feel like you may even get like may have given some of these people warnings. Like, you know, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Like I wouldn't. But they didn't take heed to that warning. They just kept going on. And I feel like now they have to pay the price. They have to pay the price. They have to pay the piper. So you're just watching, because it's like that's all you're not being told to help. You're told to just stand there and watch. And you're meant to have a seat in the front row to observe this. Observe the descent of these people. I'm getting like someone getting arrested. So some people could literally be going to jail over something they did to you. Or if not to you, I feel like they could be going to jail for something else, but it's like karma, like karmic retribution for what they tried to do to you. Because I feel like if they try to do something to you, in some cases it wasn't criminal, but it's like they're going to like their karmic retribution is going to be them facing some kind of criminal penalty for something else. And like, how can I explain it? It's like, It's kind of like, okay, if a person, let's just say, murders someone, but they get away with that murder, they never find the body, no evidence that they ever killed anyone. But then, okay, well, let's just use the example of OJ, right? Like, he was found not guilty of killing his ex-wife and her boyfriend. And then, like, many years later, he ended up going to jail for something else, like stealing some sports memorabilia or something. So it's like, some people may look at it as karmic retribution. Like, okay, you got off for the murders, but you didn't really get off for the murders because you ended up going to jail anyway, but it was for something else. So I get that kind of energy here. It's like some of these people may be facing some kind of criminal penalty for something they did to you, but they're going to pay it through some other action they actually did that was criminal. So it's like, technically, they're going to be booked and jailed for a whole other crime unrelated to you. But the reason why they were caught for that is because of whatever they did to you. So yeah, that could be a very specific message for someone. But in most cases, I just get that this person is going to find that their life is falling to shambles. And you're going to see the truth about them is going to be revealed. I'm getting that energy very strongly. And I feel like a lot of these people have been hiding their truth with everything, every resource they have, every way that they can try to like shield any truth about their lives. Like, they've been trying to do that by any means necessary. And I feel like up until this point, they succeeded. But now it's like, almost get like everything being quickly unwrapped, and they can't hide it anymore. It's like somebody just take all, like they're just unwrapping everything that this person is wrapped up trying to hide, trying to conceal. And yeah, so it's like the truth about this person is about to be exposed, whether they like you, whether they're no matter how they try to hide it or what they try to do. I don't feel like anything is going to work to hide the truth of this person. So all their like bad deeds, who they really are, like all the things that aren't so great, that wouldn't paint them in the best light that they've been trying to hide, I feel like all of that is about to be laid bare for everyone to see. So I feel like that's the punishment for most. But as I mentioned earlier, it could be, like somebody gets like a criminal uh, punishment for something else, but it's really for what they did to you. Meanwhile, I feel like you're going to be um I feel like, as I mentioned earlier, you're going to be incredibly blessed and everything is about to be falling into place, and you're going to be really happy and able to rest and really relax and enjoy this new part of your life, this new phase. And I'm getting like choked up suddenly, so I feel like you're going to be really emotional about how life is about to unfold for you, because it's like it's been such a long hard road getting here, and every time you think about it, you're just going to be moved to tears. I feel like you're going to cry a lot, but like happy tears for a while. And as you're settling into this new life, I get that you're just, crafting it to your liking, just little, ways of personalizing it, little things you can add to it. I get like, for instance, if you move into a home, it's like you could be like working on interior decorating the home to your liking, or, getting little things, little knickknacks to put around the home. It's little things like that. I just feel like you're not doing any heavy lifting, because I feel like that was done for you while you were going through the storm. It's like all this stuff was being built for you. All you had to do was move in. And now that you've moved into the new life, it's like you can just like personalize it and add little touches here and there, but you don't have to do any heavy lifting because everything is done for you, and you're just really relaxed, really happy, and just thriving, while those who try to harm you, they're going to be falling to shambles. Like, their life is about to be in shambles, way worse than anything they saw you go through. Okay, so that's about all I have for you, lovelies, for your Fill Me In general energy reading. I hope it was helpful to you. Again, if you have not checked out your general forecast for the year, love forecast for the year, or your monthly zodiac readings for the month, go ahead and click on the Vimeo links below to view those. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, link to that information can be found in the description box as well. And follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for daily guidance. And I will be back with more readings, lovelies. Bye.